Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for The Ultimate Fighter Season 31, Episode 8, Team McGregor versus Team Chandler. So, I just want to put this little 2 cents in here. I just want to say the intro every time I watch this show to the show is epic to me. Like, I know I watch my little Ratchet Reality, but like when I see this show, the intro alone, I'm like, this is it. This is it. Anywho, on to the show of what done happened this week. So Rico and Hunter are the last to be fighting for this first round of the quarterfinals. I believe that's what they call it. And just before I even get into watching them, I'm just like, Hunter, there's a lot riding on this because you're the last one, and all the other veterans done won. So like you have to win, or you're gonna be low-key hockey, the laughing stock of the veterans. And you see the color I have here on these lights. So we're just gonna have to get on with the rest of this review. So of course, what we gonna do, the same formula we've been doing for the past 7 weeks. And Jason and Landon, they're talking at the Tough House. And, I do like the fact that, Landon is, admitting where he went wrong, what he could do better. Jason's giving him some advice. So that's why I'm like, I like them both because, even though they fought each other and one of them won and the other one lost, they're still cool. It ain't no hard feelings. We saw that even when they was chilling in the hot tub before the fight. So I do like the fact that, they're not, having hard feelings about nothing, and they could still, converse and even, on Jason's behalf, give advice to Landon on what he could do better. So I do like that. I appreciate that. And I thought it was cool to see. So we then move on to Rico. We get to his fight prep. It goes well. Within the fight prep, that's when we learned about his fighting career. And then we move on back at the Tough House. That's where we see Hunter and we learn about his family, his life, his fighting career. That's cool. And then we get to Hunter's fight prep. It goes well. Okay, same old. And then we get to, the Tough House again, and we learn about Rico and his family and lifestyle, all that stuff. Okay, cool. We get to the weigh-ins. Hunter is 135.5. Rico is 136. They face off, all this stuff. It seemed like Rico got more of a grudge on his shoulder versus Hunter. All right, whatever. We get to fight day, and, Dana White does his, like, usual confessionals about, the prospect versus veteran and who's about to be fighting and all that stuff. I just wanted to make note, this is the only reason why I brought his name into this situation right now, is because, I was looking at his shirt and I'm just like, not Dana White with this shirt of that guy, that boy. I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but you guys not gonna know who I'm talking about unless you see the thing. I should have took a picture and posted it on here. Oh well, it don't matter. It was a little boy that I always be seeing on social media who always be eating something, making some faces. I thought it was funny. I like that shirt. I want to know where he got that shirt so I can get that shirt. But we get to fight day. Of course, they show the stats of both of them. Looks like Rico's 36 and Hunter's 31. I'm very confused. It looked like the ages should be switched for both of them because Hunter's looking like a very old, rough 31. Rico's looking like a very young little boy 36. So, all right, cool. We get to the fight, round 1. Now, when I seen round 1, I'm like, okay, Hunter got this in the bag. It was a lot of blood, and I just want to say, I know I made comments about the blood past episodes, past reviews, but it's, to me, I'm just very nervous because I'm sure they get tested and all that, but it's just like, the gore doesn't really bother me, so to speak. What bothers me is just because, they're fighting and they're bleeding on each other, and like the blood is just getting rubbed up on each other. Y'all colliding blood together and on each other's skin. Because to me, I'm just like, oh my gosh. But, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a girl, but for me, I'm just like, this is unsanitary. This is a very unsanitary sport. Y'all rubbing cold sores against each other, rubbing blood and cuts and stuff against each other, all up and close and personal, body, sweat, saliva. It's just a very unsanitary sport. But anyway, like I said, round 1, whatchamacallit, what's his name? Hunter definitely dominated. I'm like, okay, I think he got this in the bag. However, round 2, it seemed like it was going to be a good round 2, but Rico, I don't know what type of force of a hit he did on Hunter's head, but I guess they called it a KO because I'm like, is that considered a KO? Because Hunter just went to the floor, like he just went limp to the floor, and he tried to get up, and he went right back to the floor, and then that's when the fight was over, and I'm just like, did Rico win? And then once I saw Conor running around all crazy and around the outside of the ring, I'm like, oh yeah, Rico won. And then Michael's looking a little disappointed, and I'm just like, you were the last one, Hunter, and you blew it. Like, I just felt bad for him because it's just like, it looks good on Rico's part because he was the only prospect to win. But Hunter, on your side, it looked a little bad because you was the only veteran to lose. So I'm just like, so sorry, Hunter. But, congratulations to you, Rico. So, of course, they all, celebrating on the prospect side. And, Hunter's not feeling too well. And then, of course, in the ring, now that Conor finally got a win, he talking a lot of smack, a lot of, understandably. So listen, if you won, I mean, I could say something, but I can't really say nothing. I'm gonna let Conor talk his ish because he been waiting since episode 1 to talk his ish, and now that he finally got a win, it's like, listen, this is pent up frustration. He was devastated like a couple weeks ago, falling to the floor because they lost again. So listen, Conor, I'm gonna let you have it. Go ahead, talk your ish, but it looked like homeboy Roosevelt, homeboy Roosevelt wasn't really feeling what Conor was saying. So Roosevelt, of course, had to put his 2 cents in. I think somebody else was, I think Jason was also saying something. Conor was like, yeah, whatever. He wasn't really taking too much into it, but looked like Roosevelt was a little upset. But I'm like, Roosevelt, calm down. Okay, like, what, you gonna fight Conor, bro? Like, it's not that serious. Let Conor talk his ish because he finally got a win. He got 1 win out of 8. Okay. So at this point, Conor could talk, his ish, but not too much because it's like, you only won 1 out of 8. So, I mean, it's still looking very good on the veteran side. Anywho, so the prospects go to the back. They all take a shot in honor of Rico because he's the only one who won. And, Rico's on top of the world, understandably so. Back in the veterans backstage room, whatever you want to call it, they're trying to give encouraging words to Hunter crying in the confessional and stuff. Like, I understand why Hunter crying because, bro, you the only veteran who lost. I'm sorry. I do genuinely feel sorry for you. But, better luck next time. So after that, we get to the semifinals, deliberations. So Conor's walking in with a champ hat. He gonna eat this 1 win up. Okay, and I'm just like, go ahead, eat it up, Conor, because it was looking very bad for you. So I'm going to let him have it. I ain't going to say too much. And then that's where we have Dana White talking with all the winners who went, for the semifinalists in regards to who they think is the weakest link, pretty much, who they could easily take and who they think is their toughest competitor, for the people in the semifinalists. And then after that, he then deliberates or talks with Conor and Michael in regards to who they think is the weakest link and who they think is the toughest person to fight and whatnot. So we don't know exactly who Dana chose to fight who for the semifinals. However, we do find out it's going to be Austin and Roosevelt next. But before we get to the previews of next episode, Rico asks Conor if he could ride his Lambo. Conor says yes. Conor admits he was nervous in his confessional, but he lets Rico drive it and they go for a ride. And that was the end of the episode. And then, like I said, next episode, we're going to find out that Roosevelt and Austin are going to be the first ones to fight. So it looks like Roosevelt getting all the first fights for each round of this thing. And I see he cut his hair, which is nice. Roosevelt, the haircut looks nice on you. And that was it. There wasn't really much to say. And I'm surprised this video is not even 10 minutes. But it looks like, listen, they just had to get through this last bit with this last fight. Rico won, and now we off to the semifinals. Now, like I said, this is the first time I ever watched The Ultimate Fighter, and I'm still learning different things here and there. So I see that the people who lost these first fights, they're still there. So do they get to try again, or are they just there for support? Somebody let me know, because I'm still a novice to this thing. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week. Hopefully I can make you laugh so you then can subscribe, and comment down below what you thought about this episode. I can never talk. And be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.